Okay, fine. So, as I introduced last week, we are going to start a new step into English grammar. So, the today's lesson is nouns. So, I guess that you all have heard of nouns. And if I just show some, I'll be sharing my screen with you. So, I hope you all can see. So, while I'm teaching, you can ask question by raising your hands. And if it is relevant to the lesson, I will be responding at the moment itself. If not, you can ask the questions after I wind up the session. All right? Fine. So the link I'll be pasting to the chat, and you can click on that. And later on, I will be uploading it to the YouTube as well. Fine. And on chat, you can go to the link at this moment itself and follow up the lesson along with me. And at the same time, you can see it on screen. Fine? Yes. So, nouns. So, you can read it in Sinhalese language as well. Sinhalenu කියවන්න පුළුවන්. ඉංග්‍රීසි නාමපද. නාමපද. Nouns, ඉංග්‍රීසි නාමපද in English. So, nouns we call naming words. If you take something, a person, place, or thing, a person, buddhima, a place, candy, thing, a mug, right? They are called nouns, right? It can be a thing like house. It can be a thing like your phone, or what else? A keyboard, mouse, keyboard, mouse. So it can be a thing, and it can be a place, as I told you, and it can be even a name, like the people that you associate, and they have their individual names. So you can read this in Sinhalese too, right? Satyang Satvanama, animals, dogs, cats, plurals, right? So, as you see on screen, it can be any person, it can be a girl, it can be a boy, it can be an animal, or it can be a place like the classroom, Google Classroom, a live classroom, or it can be your home, your office, workplace. It can be a village, or a city, or a town, or a country, and even it can be a what? Nouns, names of people, places, or thing. I hope you understand. If you haven't, if you don't need it to be clarified, you can raise your voice, okay? Yes, can you hear me? I can hear someone speaking.
Hey,
Yes, Kusmika, please unmute. Mute your mic.
English එකක් නේ.
Yeah, someone has just joined and yes, please unmute. Yeah, thank you. So, and the next thing I just want to introduce is nouns. So I think that you feel familiar with nouns. Noun කියන වචනේ එක්ක සෑහීමකටපත් වෙනවා ඇති කියලා හිතනවා. මොකද ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා noun නාම පද. බුද්ධිමා, candy, a mug, a house, a name, person of a person, name of a person, place or a thing. Right? And we use the same noun as a verb also. නාම පදය සමහරක් තැන්වලදී අපි ක්‍රියාපදයේ විදිහටමත් use කරන තැන් තියෙනවා. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් මේ දුන්න link එකට ගිහලා click කරොත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට comprehensive guiding එකක් හම්බ වෙනවා. නාම පදේ ක්‍රියාපදයක් වෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා. දැන් මම කිව්වොත් love ආදරය. ඒක තමයි noun එක. If I say he loves me, love, there the නාම පදය becomes verb. Right? And now you see that. Can you see my screen? Yes or no? I need a response actually.
Yes,
I
madam.
hope that you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, madam.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so you can read here you can see some nouns, not all the nouns. හැම noun එකක්ම නෙමෙයි. සමහර nouns verb විදිහට act වෙනවා. ආදරය, ආදරේ. ආදරය කරනවා. You see, love. ආදරය, my love, මගේ ආදරේ. Right? I love, මම ආදරේ. You love, ඔබ ආදරේ. So you see they are the same word that we take as noun in the beginning is used here as a verb too. So there are certain nouns that we use as verbs. Is that clear? I hope with what I share on screen, you can understand better.
Yes, madam.
Great.
Madam.
Yeah, happy. Okay. Now, I will give 10 seconds. Can you just write down few nouns and few verbs? We'll talk about verbs later, but you may be having already, you may be already knowing some nouns and verbs. Or so can you just write some few, like 9 nouns and 5 verbs? So verbs, ක්‍රියාපද. නාමපද 5කුයි ක්‍රියාපද 5කුයි ලියන්න පොඩ්ඩක්. Fine. Yes, nouns. What are the examples you wrote as nouns? Yes, this is very easy, isn't it? It can be boy, girl, man, woman, teacher, mother, right? Ramesh, Samadhi, Vishwa. It can be a place, as I told you. Market, bus halt.
Ready?
It can be a thing, a table, glass, a bottle, can be a fruit, mango, pineapple. It can be something that you feel, love, right? Smell, suvanda, gandha, suvanda. Pain, vedanava. It can be an animal, ant, a dog, a bird. So these are called nouns. And we talked about how we use nouns as verb in brief. But before that, them sinhala වගේම තමයි මේක ඉංග්‍රීසිත්. හැබැයි පොඩ්ඩක් වෙනස්. මොකද දැන් අපි සිංහලෙන් කතා කරනකොට මේ S පදේ හැම ගැන කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා කියලා මං හිතනවා මොකද්ද මේ S පදේ කියලා. yes අකුර පදයක් නෙමෙයි ඇත්තටම I eat rice do you understand what it is මම බත් කනවා right and if I say samadhi one person right samadhi I don't say samadhi eat rice samadhi eats rice so samadhi is a noun and when we make sentences the next thing we are going to learn is verbs so eat is a verb you already know that එක ක්‍රියාපදයක් එතකොට miss I eat rice two nouns are there I and rice and in the middle there's eat so when you use the same sentence with a singular noun so you know it's subject කර්තෘ කර්මය ක්‍රියාව කියලා තියෙනවානේ අපි සිංහලෙනුත් එතකොට සමාධි කියලා දැම්මම අපි eat කියන්නේ eats සමාධි eats rice කියනවා right so earlier you learned we talked about nouns like now name of people places and things and just like we short while back saw the word love how it acts the noun love as a verb my love I love you noun and verb සමහර තියෙනවා නාමපද අපි ඒවා දැන් මේගොල්ලෝ ඔයගලන්ට ස්ක්‍රීන් එකේ පේනවා ඇති සමහර ක්‍රියාපදවල අගට එකතු වෙන ප්‍රත්‍යකින් මේක සිංහල තනිකර දැන් අපි කිව්වොත් create right create කියන නිර්මාණය කරනවා ඒක verb එකක් act ක්‍රියාවක් ක්‍රියා කරනවා act කරනවා ඒක verb එකක් අපි ඒකේ අගට මේ you can see here act action ෂන් කියන කොටස එකතු කරාම ඒකේ නාමපදේ හැදෙනවා කම්මැලි lazy laziness කම්මැලිකම right and I will give a few seconds for you to just try out with few nouns that few verbs that you know to make some nouns මම තවම ආවේ නෑ ක්‍රියාපද පාඩමට ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්න ක්‍රියාපද වලින් English verbs වලින් පොඩ්ඩක් try out කරලා බලනවද noun එකක් හදන විදිහ ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඔක්කොම දන්නවනේ beauty කියන වචනේ beauty that is the noun නේ අපි noun and verb මේ දෙක අතර ගැන තමයි මේ දෙක ගැන තමයි කතා වෙන්නේ beauty beauty කියන එකේ verb එක මොකක්ද දැන් මෙතන අපි තියනවා මම introduce කරලා තියනවා verb එකක් noun කරන විදිහ ඒ වගේම nouns උත් verb වෙනවා මේ පොඩි ටික ඔයගොල්ලෝ English expose වෙනකොට දැන් අපි ඉදිරියට මේ link share කරනවා එතනකොට ඒ තැන්වලදී ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දැනගන්න පුළුවන් මේක අතගාලා බලනකොට මෙන්න මෙහෙම තැන් එනවා nouns verbs ඒවා එතකොට English language එකේ තියෙනවා parts of speech කියලා parts of speech. ඒ කොටස් ටික කරගෙන යනකොට ඔගොල්ලෝ ඩික්ෂනරි එකක් යූස් කරනකොටත් පේනවා එක වචනයක ඒ වචනේ ස්වරූපය පෙන්නනවා. ඒක නාම පදයක්ද, ක්‍රියාපදයක්ද, ක්‍රියා විශේෂණයක්ද, නාම විශේෂණයක්ද, ඔය විදිහට ඒක මොන කොටසටද යන්නේ කියලා පෙන්නනවා. සමහරක් වෙලාවට දන්නේ නැති වෙටි, but ඉස්සරහට I'll be introducing how to use an dictionary also. So there you will get to know how to identify what the word that you are looking in a dictionary. But now, of course, with the development of technology, you can Google. But yet you must know whether it's a noun or a verb or an adjective or an adverb or what it is. Right? එතකොට මෙතන noun එක end වෙන විදිහ, end in nouns. වලින් අපිට නාම පදේ ද ක්‍රියාපදේද ඒක හදාගන්න කොහොමද කියන එක බලන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Give me a moment. Now, if you see this one, again, if I go back to some nouns that act as verbs. So you see here some verbs. One verb here, run. I run. You run. Jump. And here you see long jump. So this long is an adjective, right? So once we go back once again for let's see again, can you identify nouns in this sentence? There are some words. Maybe they are not in order. Drive my car. My car. Mage kare. I drive my car. Car is a noun. Right? Evening. It's a noun. Write this word. Write is a noun. Okay? And yes, nouns, they are also under noun. We see many categories. One is pronouns. Sinhalin kina sarvanama kiyala. So they are small words that take place of a noun. We can use a pronoun instead of a noun. So if I say Buddhima, instead of Buddhima, I can say she. She is a teacher. Buddhima is a teacher. Instead of Buddhima, I can say Buddhima. She is a teacher. Right? So these are pronouns. So I feel that we better do an exercise to understand this better. Okay. Okay. Yes. Shall we do a small exercise? Yes or no? So have you heard of the story called Little Red Riding Hood? පුංචි රතු හැට්ටකාරි අහලා තියෙනවද? මේක පුංචි ස්ටෝරි එකක් නවුන්ස් වලට අපි දැන් නවුන්ස් ගැන කතා කරන හින්දා පොඩ්ඩක් මේක බලමු. Right? I will share the link with you on chat. Right? Yes, yeah, I've shared, but I'm sharing with you on screen. So shall we listen to this story? You can either see my screen or you can open up the link I've shared with you. And while listening to it, you can read.
Once upon a time, there lived a little country girl, the prettiest creature who was ever seen. Her mother had a little red riding hood made for her. Everybody called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day her mother said to her, "Go, my dear, and see how your grandmother is doing, for I hear she has been very ill." Little Red Riding Hood set out immediately. As she was going through the wood, she met with a wolf. He asked her where she was going. "I am going to see my grandmother." "Does she live far off?" said the wolf. "It is beyond that mill you see there." It was not long before the wolf arrived at the old woman's house. He knocked at the door. Tap. "Help! Your grandchild, Little Red Riding Hood," replied the wolf, faking her voice. The good grandmother cried out, "Pull the string and the latch will go up." The wolf pulled the string in and the door opened, and then he immediately fell upon the good woman and ate her up in a moment. He then shut the door and got into the grandmother's bed, expecting Little Red Riding Hood, who came some time afterwards and knocked at the door. "Who's there?" said the wolf. "It is your grandchild, Little Red Riding Hood." The wolf cried out to her, "Pull the string and the latch will go up." Little Red Riding Hood pulled the string and the door opened. "Grandmother, what big arms you've got." "Oh, they're better to hug you with, my dear." "Grandmother, what big ears you have." "Better to hear you with, my child." "Grandmother, what big eyes you've got." "Oh, the better to see you with, my child." "Grandmother, what big teeth you've got." "Oh, the better to eat you up with." Fortunately, a hunter was passing nearby the hut. He heard the wolf and recognized him right away. He ran over to the window. He took a good aim, and that was the end of the wolf.
Okay, did you enjoy the story? Did you?
Yes, madam.
Yes. And while enjoying the story, did you find any nouns? Any verbs? Could you spot some verbs and nouns? Now we talk only about out of these parts of speech, which are almost 8. But today I'm going to talk only about nouns. But I cannot talk about nouns without talking about verbs. But anyway, did you spot කරාද සාමේ nouns? රාමපද spot වුණාද මේකේ? දැක්කද? Little Red Riding Hood. Name of a little girl, ne? It's the name of this little girl you see on screen with a little red riding hood. අපි මේ bicycle එකක් පදිනකොට දාන hood එක riding hood එක you can see little red riding hood. She is a little girl and she has a red riding hood on her head, right? So that's a famous story that you might have heard when you were small. If not, now you heard it, right? So there you can see how many nouns you can spot. And those who are advanced can go beyond spotting just nouns. You can extend your knowledge. You can nouns විතරක් නෙමෙයි spot කරන්න පුළුවන් මේකේ pronouns, proper nouns, relative nouns, nouns types. Self explore කරන්න. තනියම මේ දන්නවත් එක කලින් දැනගෙන හිටියා හෝ අහලා තියෙනවා හරි මේකේ nouns ඔක්කොම බලන්න nouns මොන වගේ තියෙන හැම જાතියක්ම තියෙනවා. නම දන්නේ නැතුව ඇති. හැබැයි snappy. It's a name of a is it a name of a person or is it just something else? This famous tale is short but very snappy. It's not a noun, right? New word. You can find Google and see the meaning of it. News flash, Little Red Riding Hoods, right? So it is about this story. Who reads it? Read by Natasha, right? That is again a name, right? And the pictures are originally from Sophie Green. It's again a name of a person, proper noun. And like that, if you go through the story, you can hear and you will get to know how to pronounce some words if they are new. And in the meantime, you can spot some nouns. ඒ වගේම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට noun spot කරන්න පුළුවන්. Girl, country girl. Prettiest creature. Creature. අලුත් වචනයක් නම් are you writing now what I'm talking now? ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පොතක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. පොත අරගෙන කැමති විදිහකට ලියන්න. මුල ඉඳලා අගට ලියන්නත් පුළුවන්, අගේ ඉඳලා මුලට ලියන්න පුළුවන්, නැත්නම් මැද ඉඳන් පටන් ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. තමන් කැමති විදිහට ලියන්න ගන්න මේ ඉගෙන ගන්න අලුත් දේවල්. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේවත් ඒකට එකතු කරන්න. And if you have anything to ask, you can ask by raising your hand or just unmute and ask if you have a question. No problem, right? Or if not, once I stop recording, at the end of the session, you can ask questions. No problem, right? So, මේ ක්‍රමේ තමයි අපි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ ඉස්සරහට මේ ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක කරගෙන යන්න. අපි visually දෙනවා audio visual media එකකින් තමයි කරන්නේ new technology එකත් එක්ක. එතකොට දැන් මේ විදිහ පුංචි කතාවකින් ඔයගලන්ට nouns කොච්චරක් ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා ඔයගලන්ට බලන්න පුළුවන්. මේක දැන් මම වෙන එකට යන හින්දා ඔයගලන්ට link එක තියෙනවා. මේකට access කරන්න පුළුවන්. class එක ඉවරුණත් recording එක upload කරනවා ඒත් එක්කම. පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න මේකේ සියලුම nouns තියෙනවා අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න ඉස්සරහට. දැන් අපි just nouns කියලා පටන් ගත්තට right? Noun nouns වල ඇතුලේ තියෙන there are many nouns. Subject pronoun, object pronoun, proper noun, relative pronouns, right? Like that there are many nouns. We will get to know them slowly. මීට අපි ඉගෙන ගමු. මෙන්න ස්ටෝරි එකක් බැලුවහම තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා බලන්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා. You listen You'll read and see whether you can understand. තේරෙන විදිහට කතා කරන්න. එතකොට මේ අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න මේ හැම parts of speech use වෙනවා. පෙරදුනා හෝ හරි ගියා හෝ කතා කරන්න ඕන. කතා කරනකොට තමයි අපිට එනවා මේක හරිද වැරදිද එහෙම කියලා ප්‍රශ්නයක් එනවා සමහරක් වෙලාවට. ඒ ප්‍රශ්නේ එන තැනවලදී තමයි මේ grammar ගැන හිතෙන්නේ. grammar ගැන හිතෙන්න ගන්නවා. So we are going to step into English grammar. So by the end of this course, you will get independent confidence to apply this language called English just like Sinhala or your mother tongue. It's pretty much similar. That is how these programs designed. So let us go back to another interesting part of our lesson. And let me share my screen once again with you. Right? Yes. Okay. So there again, this is again a small.
When you get your next big idea,
Yes. Right. I will send that link to with you on chat. Right? Yes. It has already gone. Or what? Wait. Yes.
I'm a little Here is my soul. When I get me out. I'm a little Here is my soul. When I get me out.
Have you heard this song before? Yes or no?
Yes, madam.
Yes. So then can you sing along with them?
I'm a little
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Little teapot. Teapot, a noun, short and stout. So it describes more about the teapot. Teapot again, this short, kotai, stout, mahatai. They are adjectives. We are learning, right? Then what do you hear?
Here is my soul.
Here is my handle and here is my spout. Spout means maybe a new word. Spout can pay pochi තියන කටට. අපි කියන්නේ කට කියලා. Pochi කට. So in English they call, you can see on screen, spout, S-P-O-U-T. So in the book that you are using to write the new things you learn in this class, this may be a new word, right? You can write down spout with the new meaning you learned quite. Actually,
When I get ready, me out.
tip. So what is it? Pour me out. Pour, up karno. Verb beka. P-O-U-R. So likewise, it's interesting when you expose to this language with not only, by just reading books. Yes, fine. Watching movies, great. And at the same time, just do something, it's okay that these are small nursery rhymes, but they have loads of words, right? That is how, we ourselves introduced to Sinhalese even at the beginning. So the same way, අපි පුංචි කාලේ සිංහලයේ මේ කවි වලට nursery rhymes අපි meanings නැතුව හරියට pronounce කරන්න දන්නේ නැතුව ඔහෙ කියන්න ඇති. හැබැයි දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ බලනකොට මේකේ words උත් එක්ක යනකොට හරි words එනවා. එතකොට ඒ words sing කරන්න ඕන. එතකොට තාලයක් තියෙනවා. එතකොට ඔළුවට යනවා ලේසියෙන්. හයියෙන් හරි හිමින් හරි. Right? So I will share that also with you. So that link. So you can see that video once again. Right? Yes. Okay, wait. Here I'm pasting on the chat. And this is the link for the song that nursery rhyme we just heard. And there you can spot nouns as well as some adjectives, naam visheshana, and also new words. They can be again nouns, spout. This is my handle and this is my spout. I'm a little teapot. Short and stout. Short. Right? It's an adjective. Nama visheshana. Short but stout. Another new word. Stout. Kotai. Mahatai. Big fat නෙමේ Stout. S-T-O-U-T. Right? Listen to it again. Right? When you have time. And let's go to the next one. Next item in our session. Give me a moment. Right. So do you have any questions? Okay. So, yeah, and at the same time, what I want to introduce is, yes, have you heard, or you might have already watched this movie. Just look at it. Just hold on. I have to share my screen with you. Okay, fine. Check. Do you know this? It's this is a movie time, and this is a famous cartoon. Can you name it? It's called. Yes. Have you watched Rapunzel?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Pardon? Yes. So this is a short clip of Rapunzel, right? And let me play that.
All right, listen, I didn't want to have to do this, but you
Okay, so you will be listening with subtitles, right? Here are the subtitles, right? I think ඔගොල්ලෝ බලනවනේ සිංහල movies බලනකොට නම් subtitles ඕනේ නැහැ. Hindi, Tamil movies බලනවා නම්, right? English movies බලන්න පටන් ගන්න දැන් මේ මාස 4 English වලටම dedicate කරන්න. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ විදිහව බලන්න මේ subtitles තියෙනවා. අපි මේවා එවනවා ඔයගලන්ට. එතකොට you will get used to the pronunciation of the words, and at the same time what I want to emphasize is මට කියන්න ඕන විශේෂම දේ අපිට මේ අර පළවෙනි ක්ලාස් එකේ ඉන්ට්‍රොඩක්ෂන් එකේදී කරා වගේ මේ විදිහට කතා කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. මේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉංග්‍රීසි කතා කරන්නේ. අපි අපිට පුළුවන් විදිහට කතා කරන්න ශ්‍රී ලංකන් ඉංග්‍රීසි. But you leave me no choice. අපි බලමු මෙයා කියන විදිහ.
leave me no choice. Here comes the smolder.
අපිට මේක තේරුම් ගන්න නැති වෙයි. මෙයා කිව්ව වචනය මේගොල්ලෝ කියන දේ subtitles නැතුව. හැබැයි subtitles එක්ක බලද්දි කිහිප සැරයක් ඔයගලන්ට පේනවා ඒ කියන ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ කියන දේට අපි තේරෙනවා. Right? Just let's listen.
Here comes the smolder. This is kind of an off day for me. This doesn't normally happen. Fine, I'll take you to see the lanterns.
Really?
Oops, you broke my smolder.
Sniffles. අඩනවා කෙඳිරි ගගා. Clear throat. උග්‍ර පාදනවා.
Notice you seem a little at war with yourself here.
You seem a little war with yourself.
Overprotective mother, forbidden road trip. I mean, this is serious stuff.
Right? So when you watch these things at the beginning, you may feel that you would not understand anything. But when you see it, you know, for sometimes, මේක ඉස්සලා මුලින් බදන boring හිතේ තේරෙන්නේ නැති වෙයි subtitles read කරගන්න එකපාර බැරි වෙයි subtitles ටිකක් කියවගෙන උට කතාව ගිහිල්ලා තියෙයි. එහෙම ඒවා වෙනවා සිංහලෙන් කියව watch කරනකොටත් අපි හින්දි හරි Tamil movies හරි subtitles එක්ක. හැබැයි අපි පුරුදු වුණාම අපිට අර follow කරන්න පුළුවන් compatible වෙනවා දෙක. එකට යනවා. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ විදිහට හුරු වුණාම දැන් මේවා තමයි resources ඔයගලන්ට online අපි දෙන resources. ඒකටම ඔයගලන්ට advanced technology එක අපිව download කරන්න හැටි YouTube එකේ ඒවත් පස්සේ කියලා දෙනවා මේකම ඔයගලන් computer එකට පස්සේ බලන්න එකපාර බලනකොට download කරගන්න විදිහත්. එතකොට ඒ තැන් වලදී කීප සැරයක්ම එක බලලා පුරුදු වෙලා ඊට පස්සේ පුරුදු වුණාම කීපයක් බලන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් මේ වෙයින් තමයි අපි catch up කරගන්නේ අලුත් වචන. එතකොට අපි දන්නේ නැතුව ඒක noun එකක්ද verb එකක්ද adjective එකක්ද adverb එකක්ද කියලා නොදැනුවත්ම හරි expose වෙලා later on when you encounter ඔයගලන්ට ප්‍රශ්න ඇති වෙනකොට ඒක clarify කරගන්න තමයි grammar වලට අපි focus වෙන්නේ. Right? Okay? So then I have shared that link also on chat, so you can watch it, and next day let's talk about it. If you have when you do this, you know, you will get more when you engage with the exercises that I share today, you will get more experience and problems or the questions to ask in the next session. Ne? එයා බලනකොට ඔයගලන්ට ආස හිතෙනවා ඒ වගේම ඊළඟ දවසේ කතා කරන්න දේවල් එනවා. right? එතකොට පොඩ්ඩක් අපි පොඩි ටෙස්ට් එකක් කරමුද දැන් මේ ඉගෙන ගත්තේ වෙයි. හොඳයිද? කරමුද නැද්ද? කරමුද? Shall we do a small test on nouns?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Great. Okay. Yeah, you have to let me share that link also with you. Harimatya avashyai ne? Yeah, I'm sharing it with you. Right, great. Okay, can you find the correct answer to complete this small sentence. Read. There is no blank on this bus.
There
Seat.
is no room on this
Yeah. So what
bus.
is the number?
2.
2. Right. Yeah, you say 2. And yeah, we'll move to the next one. Yes, go ahead.
New poem.
2.
I am learning. Read.
I'm
learning.
learning a new poem.
I'm learning a new poem. Okay. Okay. Next one.
Woman, Miss.
Woman. How do you sound this word? Is it woman or women? WOMAN, woman. WOMEN, women. Plural. Bahuvachane. Women. Right? Okay. I saw 2 women in the shop. That's correct. Shall we press on this and see what happens? It's red, it's wrong, ne? Next. Make a කරන විදිහ මං කියලා දෙන්න. So the correct answer is දැක්කා දැන් දෙකක් උත්සාහ කරලා. මේ ලකුණු පේනව නේද? මේක මෙන්න මෙහෙම තමයි අපි ටෙස්ට් කරන්නේ. Yes, tell me the answer. Yes. How do you sound this word? Yes, වාචනේ sound කරන්නේ කොහොමද? ශබ්ද කරන්නේ කොහොමද?
I bought.
Bought. Bought is the past tense of what? Bought
Buy.
කියන්නේ
By.
buy කියන එකේ past tense එක. අතීත කාල ක්‍රියාපදය. I bought 2 pencils.
Dozen. 2 pencils.
I bought
Dozens.
dozens. Okay. Instead of 2, I bought dozen pencils. Dozens means dusimak. Dozens, right? So there's a slight mistake over here. I bought dozens of pencils, right? So I'll correct it next time and show it again, right? Here they have actually by mistake I have written the answer, but here I have to leave a space to use dozen, right? So it's already done. So pardon for my mistake. And let's move to the next one. Right. Yes, go ahead.
Your signature here.
He put your signature here. So you see your marks here. So I'm just letting you know how to try out the exercises that we'll be doing at the end of each session, right? So the chair, so you will hear that we say chair by opening up our mouth. අපි කට ඇරලා chair කියලා කියනවා. අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් හින්දා. හැබැයි මේ අපේ මොකද හේතුව අපිට මේ you know අපේ ලංකාවේ නෑනේ මේ winter summer autumn spring කියලා ඍතු. හැබැයි ඒ රටවල් වල මේ ඍතු හින්දා ඒගොල්ලෝ කට අහරින්නේ නෑ. හින්දා ඒගොල්ලෝ chair කියලා කියන්නේ නෑ. ඒගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ chair. And that is how you hear it when native English speakers ඉංග්‍රීසිය මව් භාෂාව වෙච්ච අය කතා කරනකොට ඒ શબ્දය ඇහි. Right? ඒතර අපි අපේ විදිහට කිව්වට වැරද්දක් නැහැ. Okay, the chair cost me. What is the answer?
10,000.
10,000.
10,000. Okay, cool. See, you know. You know the basic. Yes. Next one.
Furnitures.
Furniture.
Furniture or furnitures?
Furnitures.
Furnitures.
Furniture. The plural of furniture is furniture. You mistakenly, most of the people say furnitures, but it's wrong. The answer is furniture. So hereafter, don't use that word furnitures. Okay? Right. Now you learned something new, I guess. No furnitures. It's furniture. We are going to buy furniture. You don't furniture come plural singular dekama. Okay? Right. Next one.
You know information.
Information about
Information.
Information.
Yes, same like furniture, it's information. Informations, literally we don't use it as information, right? We don't use informations, but at certain occasions we use that. But literally we say information, right? Information technology, ne? Informations technology කියන්නේ ne? Computer and information technology. Yes. What is the answer?
This.
This.
This. I bought this.
Trouble.
trouble means
Thanks. Okay, cool. So let me share that also. I've already shared, didn't I? I guess that I shared it in case I didn't. Here I am sharing on the chat. So you can, once even after the class is over, you can do more exercises to the link. Okay? Yes. And I think that we can do only up to that for today, right? So I wind up the session for the day, but those who have questions can stay. I'll give some times. To ask. Yes.